Okay, if you're Pokusevski right here, Naz Reid is posting you up, okay? But when he turns, like, he's not. So get your hands off of Naz Reid. Like, now he's facing you up. Now you got to get in a defensive stance with your feet set. You're not. Okay, we cannot have a bad switch here. It's about to be a 5-on-4. So if Josh Giddey is taking the ball, then what is Luguentz Dort doing? You got to come over here. But we have two people guarding the ball and nobody coming here to take Naz Reid. If you're Josh Giddey, we have a turnover here. Okay, Minnesota has the ball now, so could you please get back? What on earth is this? Okay, we have a turnover here. Stop. Can Aleksej Pokusevski be frustrated during a dead ball, not a live ball? Sprint back. Look at Pokusevski here. Like, if you had sprinted back here, you'd be able to help on the ball. Because Jalen Williams not going to be able to guard the ball one-on-one like this. But you complained instead. Horrible defense away from the ball from Luguentz Dort. Look at this right here. You're just staring at the ball. You don't get your feet set. You're not in a defensive stance. So now when Anthony Edwards catches this, he's open. What is this? Like, okay, stop. Like, the Thunder, is this player switching? It kind of appears like he is. So then Luguentz Dort needs to go to the screener. But this is like a horrible switch because, like, you're not ready to guard right now. So what exactly is happening here? You want to be in the gaps defensively here. You've got to get in a defensive stance with your feet set, and you certainly cannot look at this player's feet are not set, so now he's going to try and get into the gaps here. Well, now you're moving your feet inward. Oh, and you're also going to make a horrendous gamble. What is Josh Giddey doing? Stop. You've got to keep your man in front of you when he cuts, okay? Look at Josh Giddey here. You're not keeping your man in front of you. You're not seeing the ball. This is trash. Cannot go up the gut of a down screen. You've got to chase this way. Look at this Thunder player. Look at him try and go up the gut this way. The angle, open three. If you are in drop coverage, this guard needs to be fighting over the screen. This is not fighting over the screen. This is just running into a brick wall and not trying to get over it. And you ended up going under anyways. This is horrendous defense. If you are Luguentz Dort and you're guarding the ball, the only thing you should be worried about is the ball, especially when Anthony Edwards has the ball in his hands. Looking for a screen, a teammate will let you look at you're looking for a screen. So now you just walked into a screen, and look at how easy it would have been to go over this screen. I mean, how much space is there? Wow, that is a train wreck. More horrible defense from Luguentz Dort. If you're going to play on Anthony Edwards' side, you got to get up and force him to the side that you're playing him on. Because, look, it is not an option for now for him to come this way. Because if he comes this way, you're not going to be able to slide your feet or guard. Because you're going to have to twist your whole body around. See, look at this. So Anthony Edwards comes. Look at how you not able to guard. Hey, again, if you are Josh Giddey and you want to be in the gaps, you've got to be there now. You can't be moving your feet inward. Look at Josh Giddey moving his feet inward. His body momentum's going towards the ball. So you have no chance of getting to the three-point line. If you're Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, I don't know why you're staring at the ball. Like, get in a defensive stance with your feet set so you're ready to guard this Timberwolves player trailing here. Look at this. Are you ready to guard right now? No. This is a joke. Luguentz Dort, you cannot backpedal and play off your back foot as Anthony Edwards climbs downhill here. This is so lazy and so absurdly awful. Okay, again, off this switch. Get your feet set in a defensive stance. Stop. Right now, you're fine. Here's where you're not fine. Why are you coming uphill right now to guard Anthony Edwards? So the second Anthony Edwards comes downhill because you're playing off your front foot, you're going to have to backpedal. And we know how that ends guarding Anthony Edwards. Okay, Aaron Wiggins has no chance of guarding the ball. I mean, he's just backpedaling. Transition, it's understandable. It happens. Okay, fine. So we're going to have help. And this Thunder player has to now sprint here because he's going to have to get in a defensive stance with his feet set. Because Austin Rivers is going to beat Aaron Wiggins. So if you're here, your feet are set, you're in defensive stance, you can help and easily recover, and there's no threes given up. But none of that happens. Thunder are in a zone, and it's easy to find where the zone breaks down. Right here, you can't guard no one. You have somebody in your area of the zone right here. This player's got to stay down here. He's got Naz Reid in his area of the zone. But, like, you're guarding nobody. So that means this happens. What is Eugene Amarui doing? Like, Josh Giddey gets through the screen. Whether he did or didn't, you need to be attached to your man anyways. You can't switch the screen if you're guarding like this. Like, but you should be staying with Naz Reid, and you can't do that either. So Mike Muscala bites on a pump fake. Okay, fine. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is coming over here to double. Okay, that's also fine. Eugene Amarui coming here to also help is awful because we got to rotate now over here. And when an extra defender is standing there for no reason, the perimeter is just open. A little too casual from Aleksej Pokusevski. If you're in drop coverage, fine, but you got to get higher here. You got to be able to guard the ball. All right? If your feet are set, you're in a defensive stance, be able to guard the ball and shift over to Kyle Anderson rather easily. This is not guarding the ball. This is not guarding anything. You're playing in the gaps. You're moving your feet inward, and you're going to gamble. Just look at you're moving your feet inward. You're not going to be able to get out to the three-point line, and you're really not when you gamble like that. So I guess the Thunder are trapping here. Stop. So Josh Giddey's coming up here. This player has an eye here, and this Thunder, you can't allow this. You can't allow these passes one pass away to get made because you just trapped, and the Timberwolves have no. What is going on right now? This is a huge possession right here. Eugene Amarui cannot gamble. Look at Eugene Amarui right. Let's wait for it right there. Look at that gamble. You're off balance now. So now this little jab step by Austin Rivers is going to look how you moved your feet back on that jab step. Well, game over.